What's going on, everybody? Back at it again. This is Long Island Gaming League podcast. How's everybody doing? How's everybody been taking care of themselves? Everybody safe? Everybody is healthy out there? Looks like everything's calming down a little bit with this Corona stuff. So finally, we should be able to start getting back into the gaming real world. Let's put it in that perspective. Hopefully, um, it's been a couple of weeks since we put out a podcast. So we want to talk about a couple of things that have been going on. So, we're going to put it out there for you guys. But start it off, I just want to reintroduce my co-host, Nicholas. Nicholas, how you doing?
How's it going, Bruno? I'm the same old as usual. Actually, very tired and in a lot of back pain, but we're vibing out here. It's all right.
That's a normal day for me, don't worry.
Yeah, I'll get used to it eventually. I'll get used to the real working man life.
It grows on you, don't worry. It grows on you.
So does the back pain. It's continuing to grow on me. But anyway,
Yeah.
going to see a chiropractor about that because that should be fun.
Oh, that'll do nothing. Don't worry about it. Just keep on
a little
working.
Back pain. I can't move normally, but a little back pain, never hurt anybody.
Pretty much. So, a little bit of update in terms of the Long Island Gaming League. We do not have a guest today. This is going to be a little bit, off a topic a little bit. Talk about something that kind of like we'd say a partnership that we just started having. Well, you could say it is a partnership.
I would say it's a partnership.
Yeah, it's a not new, reopened, revamped land center that opened in our area, and the Long Island League has the pleasure to be working with, and hopefully in the very near future we will start having some live events, hopefully soon, because it seems like everybody really needs a couple of live events. But it is a location in Selden, Long Island, Suffolk County, New York. It is called E-Legends, E-Legends Cafe. It's a little different. Nicholas unfortunately wasn't able to go.
Stuck at work.
Life sometimes has those kind of things that when certain good things happen, you have to do grown-up things and can't put the grown-up things to the side. So you let the kids play while the grown-up goes work.
It should be the other way around. I think I'm the kid between the two of us. But anyway,
not in that situation because I went to the kids thing. You went to work. So basically, they had a reopening. They were already open pre-COVID, and COVID happened. So, like a lot of places, they had to. They were holding live events. It is a place that has a very good vibe. I've been in a couple of land centers, and it's not. I would put it's not your traditional land center in terms of the way it feels, the way it looks. It's very it's. I've been to land centers that it looks like a warehouse just with tables and computers. It feels very personal, very nice. It's not a very light location. It's a little bit. I'm not gonna say darker, but it's comfortable. It's not too bland to the eyes. They made it in a way that it feels very warm. It feels very welcoming. Their decorations are very nice. It's very futuristic. The first thing that popped out of my head, the first thing I saw was the light fixtures on the ceiling. You know how a warehouse is. You have the light fixtures. There's things that looks. It reminded me a lot of, like fixtures from like Star Trek, from the Enterprise. That's what it looked like to me.
Really?
Very nice. Very interesting. It popped out right to me. And even the fixtures are not incorporated, but the way that they look, the decoration goes right into the way the tables look too. It's very well done. They have different stations. They have a lot of PCs. They have PS4s, Xboxes, Switch. It's very nice what they have done. I like it personally, especially because of that feeling. I mean, like we've been to certain places, and Nicholas has been with us too. It's basically just a store, very wide open, just regular tables.
Yeah.
Computers, just back-to-back computers piled up as much as you can. Basic white walls, stuff like this. It's made. I think the word cafe really fits in because that's what it feels like. It feels like a cafe. It's
If it feels like a place where you could probably sit down a couple hours.
very comfortable. Yes, very.
Okay.
That's how it feels. I mean, they. It's not like some other land centers that work with collectible cars like Magic the Gathering stuff. They're specific, just a land center with esports, video games. That's their thing.
Yeah, I saw on their Instagram they do tournaments pretty frequently over there.
I don't know. I don't. I tell you the truth. I don't know if they're doing them right now. I know they were saying that they
Right
had
now,
open.
no, but I'm seeing past,
Yes,
past
they.
on their Instagram, like they have open gaming or they have
Yes,
Smash tournament, Fortnite tournament, they have Call of Duty Modern Warfare, Street Fighter.
yes,
It looks like they have a broad genre of
yes,
games and tournaments that they run, which
for sure.
not a lot of land centers do. Most centers, at least from what I've seen, focus on mostly fighting games. I've seen a lot of Smash. I've seen a lot of Street Fighter.
Yes,
I've seen a lot of Brawlhalla. I've seen a lot of that type of stuff. But for a land center to also be going to first person shooters or battle royales as well, that's definitely a big step.
for sure. Um, I like it. I mean, I like the feeling. I like the vibe. Um, the gentleman that was there, very nice, very simple. I mean, it's very. I'm. It's a very inviting place, so I like it personally. It's not like you can pack in 100 to 200 people like you could do in a warehouse land center,
Hmm.
but it's enough for you to do something. And the Long Island Gaming League has partnered up with them in a way that we are going to be running. That is our intention, and with them too, to run some tournaments, live tournaments there as soon as possible. Being, I think it's still more of a part of like being everything being totally open, for us to set up. But yeah, we are hoping to have that done at some point. And just a just a side note, we will um, have the gentleman from Legends on our podcast. This is more just like our point of view with nobody.
More of a
It,
non-biased, like, oh, this person's in the call, we
exactly,
should talk
exactly.
as best as we can. No, it's just more of a real talk.
Yeah, no, I mean it's a more realistic point of view, especially that I was there, although Nick wasn't there. But
Plan
just
on
my
going
opinion.
though, so.
But it's my opinion, and I'm very happy with it. I know that everybody at the Long Island Gaming League is very happy with partnering up with them. It's a much different place, and they are very willing to work with us. I mean, it's a win-win for every situation. I mean, they have the location, and we kind of have the people. Put it in that perspective. Um, so I mean, it's a win-win for everybody, and I think it's going to be a very good partnership in the long run. So yeah, for all you guys out there that are follow the Long Island Gaming League and all our social medias, webpage, if you're also if you are a member on of the Long Island Gaming League through through our webpage, and even if you're not, but if you go to the webpage, and if you're not, you should be. Now's the time. Go to the webpage, sign up, be a member, get
Free
all the
sign up.
profits because
All you gotta know is a free sign up. That's all you
free
need.
sign up.
There are benefits for
Exactly, benefits even for the
there
free
are
side.
benefits.
Better
Yeah, there's
benefits, of
benefits for
course.
everybody.
Right, better
There's of
benefits, of
course
course, if you
paid
pay.
benefits, but yeah,
Yeah, if you pay, you're going to there are certain tiers, and you get free entries into tournaments run by
tournaments,
us.
and you get
It's a lot of stuff. I mean, go to the
there's
webpage.
a lot of stuff. There's literally a list
Yeah,
listed on. I think it's like we have the silver plan, I believe, right, and then there's like the gold plan, or I think
there's multiple
names
tiers.
are pending for those, but
There's
yeah.
multiple tiers. Each tier has its own benefit. Of course, you're not going to get a silver is not going to get the same as a gold, and so on and so forth. But there are good benefits for all of them, and it's
Hmm.
not expensive. It's not like it's going to break your bank. It's very cheap. I consider it more of a symbolic, being that I mean at the end of the day you sign in and you have free entry into the tournament, so you're not A tournament's probably. I can tell you personally that a tournament's probably going to be more expensive than the membership.
Most tournaments are,
And if
especially
I'm not
being
mistaken, and Dennis will probably correct me, but I mean, I don't know if there's a limit on how many tournaments you can go in a month. But let's say if there is no limit, you have 4 weeks, 4 tournaments, but you're not even paying for one, and you have free entry. No, think about it. I mean, go to the
I
webpage.
want to say it's a limit to one free entry into a tournament. I
True,
want to say I could be wrong.
right?
I
That's
could
like
be
I said.
completely wrong, but
It
either way, you still get minimum one free entry into a
yes,
potential like $50 anywhere, any number amount of money or dollars entry into that tournament. You
and
get it for free.
better than that, you get to be on our podcast. You will
That too.
be a guest on our podcast. We have a couple of members that are set up, and we will be doing podcasts with them. And you will have all of us at the Long Island Gaming League following you, shouting you out when you are playing. If you are a streamer, same thing. We will be shouting you out every time. I mean, it. There are benefits, and especially, and you don't have to be just from Long Island because this is an
You can be
online
from
thing.
anywhere.
Um, you can be exactly from anywhere, like Nick says. So you
You
know,
can be from across the world. You can be from, I think, literally across the world from us as
and
well,
I know
like
we have a couple of people
Russia,
that
Asia.
do listen to our podcast. I don't know in terms of the watch part because it's new, but I do know that we have people from, especially from Europe. I've checked that out. And then
Hmm?
we have people that do listen to our podcast. So if you're out there, good day, good evening. If you're watching us, because I know the time frame here it's nighttime probably, but I know the time frames are different. But same thing for you guys. Go to our webpage, LongIslandGamingLeague.com, and look us up. Everything is there. You also go. You can go to our social medias. Any questions at all, go to our social medias. Shoot us a message. Any one of us will get back to you once we see it, and we definitely answer you anything. But I
Pretty
personally
much
think
always have
it's.
my phone on me, so
I personally
I'm
think that
always.
it's worth it. I mean, you go look at other things, you're paying 20, 30, 40, 50, $60, $90, $100 a year for membership. It's not even
Probably
close
more
to
than that
that.
for a year.
It's not even a monthly payment is not even close to that, man. It's I'm telling you, it's think like this. Instead of spending money on cigarettes for you smokers, you want to
It's a
stop
little more
smoking?
complicated than that, Bruno.
I
It's a
know.
little more
I'm
complicated
just
than that.
trying to give you some incentive. Stop smoking. Get a membership. Don't kill me, guys. I'm just trying to make a little bit of a point. But yeah, no,
But going back to what Bruno was saying, we do post a lot on there. Any events in New York, for instance, or any openings to any land centers or partnerships or anything like that, it's always posted on there. Either from Dennis, from Bruno, from myself, from anyone on the Long Island Gaming League team. It's always posted on our website, on our membership page,
yep.
on pretty much all platforms, honestly.
Hmm.
So if you're from New York, you want to be kept up with in-person events coming back, opening up land centers, opening up events, opening up tournaments, all
Hmm.
in person. Follow, or message any of us on Instagram, Twitter, the membership page,
Even on
Twitch,
Twitch, yes.
YouTube, that whole.
Yep.
We're on everything.
Yep.
We have everything. So
Yeah. Oh, and when you do become a paid member, I don't know in terms of the free membership, because I haven't seen that, but I know when you become a paid member, we also do post on our social medias that you have joined us. So you'll get your picture and the whole shaboozle will be
I want
there.
to say it's every member
Yeah,
that joined so far.
I don't want to say yes or no because I don't know.
I'm not 100% positive either, but I want to
Exactly.
say I want to say from actually I do want to say that's like the first tier
Probably, yeah.
subscription thing where it's like you get featured or you get posted with like a little cool animation thing. If I had a thing I could pull up where it would actually
We are
make
not
sense.
a fountain of infinite knowledge. We are very sorry.
We could set it up, which I'm sure we will set it up soon. But it's a cool it's like welcome new member, and then it gives you your name and gives a little
Hmm.
animation, almost like a sliding animation type thing. It's really
Yep.
cool.
I mean, it's like I
Actually, if
said.
you check it out, It's on the Long Island Gaming League Instagram page.
Yes,
I
everything's
remember
there. I
seeing
mean,
those.
everything is it's pretty much it's pretty explanatory. Everything's there. So,
Yeah,
getting back to track, which we segued a little bit.
it's all right.
We were talking about the tournaments. Yes, if you do become a member, you do have that free entry into, and especially tournaments that they do, you have free entry into that. Um,
Especially if we are partnering. Well, we are partnered with eLegends Gaming Cafe, but if we and when we do in-person events and in-person tournaments,
hmm
hey, guess what? Free tournament. You could win money. You can also not win money, but you can sure have a lot of
Exactly.
fun regardless.
I mean, it's a
It's a
free
win-win.
entry. It's a free entry into a tournament. It's a tournament that you can win money.
Everyone likes winning
Everybody
money,
likes free money.
especially when you get in for free.
Yeah,
That's all I'm gonna
yes.
say. Get in for free, win a couple $100, win a couple dollars even. You still make still win. Period. You know.
For sure, for sure. Um, so yeah, going back to them, yeah, we have that partnership now, which is it's like I said, it's good because we have the resources, but we don't have the location technically yet. And like this, we do have an open location for us when we want to do something, um, which we are in the process of taking care of that. So keep on the lookout for that. Even if you're not from Long Island, keep on the lookout because I mean you can always come. Um, I mean, yeah, you gotta travel, but you can still come to the events. Uh, it's pretty central in Suffolk, so it's not. I mean, yeah, if you're coming from the city, it's about 45-minute drive.
Oh, it's a lot more than that. It's about an
I'm
hour
trying to be
from.
nice, Nick.
It's an hour from most places in Nassau
Okay,
County. If you're
right.
coming from the city, it's about an hour. It's probably going to be about 2 hours to get to there. If you're taking the train,
Mm, yeah. But
it's going to be around the same time. It's going to be around like 2 hours.
think like this: a lot of events that are going on right now are actually outside of New York. So anything that you would want to go to, it's going to be much farther. This is probably the closest thing you have right now. That's not
Especially
like
if you
an
are from the city.
yeah.
I want to say there's still the heavy restricted on how much they can do and how many people they can have and stuff like that. Out here, it's a little bit more lenient, you know.
I mean, anything that you're gonna find right now that's not ours is basically I would consider like an A tier tournament, meaning best players, best everything, big money payout, but probably big money
Big money
buy-in.
entry.
So I mean, this is very accessible. There's money prizes and all that stuff. I know we're in the process of. I know games that have been talked about are Madden, which we do have. We've had that bi-weekly. Um,
Still up and running with that bi-weekly, I
um,
believe.
yeah. Then we have a couple of fighting games that are in the talk. We are trying to figure out which is the best first person shooter to play. Um, you know, Smash stuff like that. You know, games that people want to play. Rocket League, you know, things like that. Those are games that we are looking to. I know for sure Madden is one of them that we want to do an in person or a fighting game like Tekken uh, or the new game Strive or Guilty Gear. So yeah, that's something that we want to do. But definitely a fighting game, um, and Madden. Those are basically right now. Those are like top priority because they are on high demand. Actually, people have been asking for them because there were tournaments before COVID, and it's just the people are aching to get back into the in person because fighting games are not easy to do online.
No, they're very difficult.
Right.
Most tournaments are, harder to do
Yeah.
all virtual and not in person.
Yeah, Madden. There are online ones, but I think people just want that in-person feeling. The trash talk, face-to-face kind of thing. So, those are
Same thing with the fighting games.
right.
You don't have the crowd behind you. I feel like we've talked about this in one of our previous podcasts,
Yes, we did.
where we have the people behind you all staring at you like, "Oh, what's gonna happen? What's gonna happen?" And then you make a play or you make a combo, and like the whole crowd is
Yeah.
riling up and stuff like that. It's just a whole different feeling when you're playing virtual. Like myself right now, I'm in basement. I'm just sitting here on my computer
Yeah.
at a desk. It's like,
Exactly.
oh boy, like I made a cool play. Like I would just brush it off and just
You're like,
continue playing.
woohoo!
It's like no, it's
High
not the
five to
same.
myself. There you go.
High five, self five. Let's go.
Let's go. Yeah.
We
Fist
enjoy
bump.
those
Boo.
self fives.
Um.
I wouldn't fist bump myself because that just looked like I'm trying to like. I'm like it looks like I'm trying to get ready to box. Like yeah, let's go.
Clobber. So it's clobbering time.
Hulk, is that you?
Yeah. So besides that, we have a couple of things coming up, a couple of events. Like I said, we can't put. It's not that we can't put out certain things, but
Can't disclose any information.
there's things
Bruno.
that are still in the work. There are tournaments, but it's like I said, we're still, you know, we have months that we want to do certain things, but it's still dependent on when everything opens up because we want to do everything in person. Um, but yeah,
In person's
beginning
better.
yes, but beginning of month of July, we are working on having a special, not okay, not a tournament. It's not a tournament, but a special event with panels. It is. We are working on, putting the fine touches on having a day specifically going towards mental health and esports.
Talked about this in our last podcast.
Yes,
Pointing that out.
especially the part that has to do with streaming and all that, regarding all the streamers that have passed away due to suicide because burnout and I think more than burnout, but sometimes a little bit of bullying and stuff like that.
Burnout, cyberbullying,
Not being able to take the comments that chat puts out. I mean, sometimes chat can be brutal. And
chat's always brutal.
and there are people that are able to like flip the switch and just disconnect from chat, but there are others that really take it to heart. Um, Even if you ban somebody, there are certain things that people can say that really hurt you, and us as streamers, it's hard to play games and stream when you have nobody there. But when you stream and game and you have somebody there that's constantly, like a woodpecker, pecking at your brain, it's gonna get to the point that it does affect you. And actually, I actually personally think that it affects you more than not playing against anybody, with like anybody watching. It's like you hear white noise when there's nobody there. I prefer the white noise than hearing garbage talk. Um, but and there are people that just break, and it kind of seems like it's been thrown under the rug. I mean, there have been a couple of streamers that did pass away due to suicide. Big streamers, which still have their streams up, that are doing reruns of all their streams from the past. But seems like it's kind of been thrown under the rug in a way. And we want to kind of try to remind people of what's going on, and
Bring
also
everyone back to the real world and how
yeah.
some things that they say some people take seriously, even though they could be completely joking or anything like that. But some people take it seriously, and then there could be a very negative outcome to it.
I and me personally, I hope that I mean, if even if we don't know about it, we to hear about it, but if with what we're gonna do, we're able to at least help one person that's out there watching, get through a hard time. I think that to me already itself is an accomplishment. We will be posting the exact date on our social medias. Even if you haven't gone through it, or if you don't know nobody that has gone through it, come and watch. We're gonna be doing it. We're gonna post it a stream. We're gonna stream it live. I mean, so I mean, you can come in. We're gonna have panels with people in business areas, streamers, gamers, stuff like colleges, doctors. We're gonna have a couple of panels. Where you do have the opportunity through chat to ask questions if you want, or comment, or say, or if you listen, if you're going through a rough time, it's a perfect opportunity to try to get some type of help, because the people that we're trying to get and we have got, they can direct you in the right place to go to, so you don't get to that point. Trust me, I haven't streamed that much, but I myself have had to stop for a while because it does get a little bit overwhelming. So, and it, it's hard for you to be able to tell yourself, I need to take a break, because you have that whole the grind. You want to grind, you want to get there where you want to, and sometimes you forget about taking care of yourself, and I think that's the best opportunity. When we're having that is a very good opportunity to, you know, at least try to find the right way to help yourself, because we will have professional people that know what they're talking about, know what to do, and they can actually direct you to the right place, or even try to somehow help you there. Or if you have any questions, or even if it's not for you, somebody come on, ask questions. We're going to have a session that is open for you to ask questions to anybody on the panel, even me, if I'm going to be at least one of the people that's going to be presenting it. Um,
Hmm.
and then we have other things that we're going to try to do during that day. We have other tournaments that we will be doing in the next couple of months. Um, we have a special head-to-head coming up between two streamers, which will be posted too. We have a
Yeah,
couple of
I
fun
want to
things
say
going.
it's Ant Bell, right? It's Ant Bell Jr.
Yeah,
versus
and Bell against DK.
Ant Bell against DK.
DK
That's right.
Nice. Yeah. So it's that's a Madden matchup. That we have a couple of things coming up. Everything's gonna be the dates, hours, times, where, when, how, what, who. Everything's gonna be posted on the social medias. So keep your eyes out there. And also, if I'm not mistaken, if you do become a member, you get also for you to get the notice. If I'm not mistaken, you'll get a direct notice to you, in terms of email. I think there is a newsletter that goes out with
Hmm.
that. So you'll have a heads up of everything that's going on, even things that are not set right now or not even been talked to, things that might come up. You'll know about everything. Um, then again, another segue. Let's go back to the Legends. So yeah, we're gonna have tournaments. Like I said, we are waiting for everything to open up again, and once that happens, we will start working on that. Um,
You'll definitely see most of us
yeah.
running around there, either commentating or
Yes.
competing, or just there just to hang out, or just just to watch our fellow
Yep.
gamers compete or anything like that. You'll definitely see us there.
So you guys can
Um,
come down and watch and interact with us, and not that we're the most famous or anything like that in the world, but you can interact with us even if you're somebody who wants to start streaming, or if you're a young player and don't know which way to go, which direction, or even if you want to ask questions regarding our schools that we work with, or where to go to, what's out there. If you have any, you have us on social media, but also when those events happen, you have us there too.
you have us in person.
So there's a lot of good things happening right now. But yeah, I mean, we
A lot of
will.
great things in the works.
Yeah, it's like I said, everything's in the works. Everything's dependent on COVID. It's retarded that they
I
say
feel
that,
like everything in the world is depending
yeah.
is dependent on COVID at this point.
Every morning you wake up and you listen to news. Oh, we're almost out of the pandemic, but
It's been like
I,
that for
s-
the past year.
I still see everything so dependent on it. So it's
Hmm.
like I don't. Once you start not having that feeling, I think that's when things start calming down. I mean, yeah, you can go to a
You
stadium
can go to
now
stores
and
and like,
yeah. But
well, most stores don't require masks and stuff like that, but like half the people there have masks, half the people don't. And
but it's,
then
then it's like
yeah,
you go to a sporting event, and but then yeah, you can go to the sporting event. It's 100% availability, but then you have masked area, non-mask area, same shit.
I feel
Um,
like most people don't even like pay attention to those. I feel like they just
I don't know. It's just
kind of just do what they want.
I mean, things are better than they were a year ago, definitely, but things are still a little crazy. But yeah, I mean, and we're also once everything opens up, things that we had programmed for like last year, we had a lot of stuff, a lot of in person big things. We're going to try. We can't even, as of right now, start working on trying to get those things back because even the other parties are still waiting to know when they can. So it's like we had the event with that we were gonna do something at the Long Island Ducks, which is a baseball team, which is
Hmm.
the Long Island Ducks is a double A, if I'm not mistaken, team affiliated with a couple of teams out here. I think if I'm not mistaken, the Mets. Um,
Uh, I want to say that sounds about right.
yeah, but we hadn't set up that we were going to do a kind of a mini tournament in the stadium during the game, and that never happened because it was supposed to be last summer, and we all know what happened last summer. So now, they're st-
COVID.
yeah, they're still waiting on knowing when they can play, when they can open up the stadium properly and all that. So there's a lot of stuff. I mean, look at what's going on. E3. I'm not mistaken. E3. I don't. Is not in person this year, right? Again,
Uh,
not
I
sure.
want to say whoever's there is in person is like a very limited crew.
Right.
I
It's
want
like
to say like just pretty much the heads of wherever
hmm
or whoever's there.
like the gaming awards that just happened.
Yeah.
Not in person. Although we do know, for example, that the New York Comic Con is going to be in person. But
Yeah.
you go to their web pages, they still don't have tickets. So it's crazy. There's crazy stuff still going on. Um, a lot of stuff is still in the air because of that. But we're really aching to get back to it. Um, the Long Island Gaming League is working on a lot of other stuff behind the scenes. So it's new stuff, interesting stuff. It's
Fun
just
stuff.
yeah, some things that we have like put out on like for example Facebook and stuff like that. Questions if people would be interested if we would offer this or that. That's also another reason for everybody to follow us out there because we do post a lot of stuff on our social media, especially those things. And if you want to
Before
kind
it
of
goes out to the actual like to the public,
right,
especially for like our Facebook group,
yep,
we mainly Dennis, but we all kind of post stuff in there like,
hmm
hey, what would you guys think about this, or
yep,
does this sound interesting, or would you guys be okay with this or that or this
yep.
and this?
So you guys would have a little bit of a bird's eye view of what we're working on to have an idea before anybody else. So the Long Island Gaming League is trying. It's not on us. It's on the world situation at this moment. Although we were still able to get through a full school year of our school program with with our high school kids, so differently because it was remote and I personally I was a part of the first in person year and it's just the feeling was very different. I personally didn't like the feeling of the computer versus the in person because it's just a different connection. You're face to face with the kids. You can look them in the eye. It's a different feeling. Not saying that it wasn't good. It was a very good year because we got to the end, and we went through it smoothly and everything happened. But it's just the feeling is very different. I think
Yeah.
everybody.
Not being able to see,
Uh,
not being able to see everyone's faces because some people had face cams off, which is perfectly fine. But like not being there in person again is a different feeling
yep.
because in person you have more of the direct focus. Like you can teach them certain moves or certain things
Yep.
versus online where they could be half paying attention, half on their phone, or something can happen in the house where it's just like they get distracted for a moment, they miss
Yep.
out on something.
I
At
think
least
that's the
in
most
person,
important part.
you're in a facility.
I think the whole entire of having the kids full attention, it's in the in person. It makes everything much easier. Going
Yeah,
towards
because they
the
have
computer.
nothing to focus on but
Right.
the person that's talking versus on the computer. If they were on their phone or on their computer, could have a tab open to Google or tab open to any game.
Exactly.
Most of the time, though, we were playing games with the students because we kind of we taught and then we played games and then kind of practiced in games and like you know how you could get better and stuff like that
Yeah,
inside the
but
game.
still, you have that whole verbal part. You got to explain stuff that's not a visual thing, and you just lose the kids. So
Yeah,
I mean, I don't know. It's just I personally, in terms of school, I think school was a lost year, and I think the kids personally. Not, I'm not just talking about what our curriculum, but even school itself. I think the kids shouldn't get penalized or I mean, if you did good is one thing, but I think the kid nobody should be penalized this year. I don't. I personally think this year shouldn't count for nothing. I think it's just everybody get this a same grade, whitewash the whole thing. That's it because it's just and especially when you have those kids that don't have the same monetary possibilities that other kids have. It's kind of screwed up. You
yeah,
don't. It's a different feel. One thing is if you're at school. A lot of these kids look forward to go to school because they're out of the garbage situation that they're in for
Mhm.
those hours that they're at school, and now you're in school and you're still there. It's like it sucks. I mean, but this is my opinion, and I guarantee I'll get my head chopped off for it. But you know what?
I feel like most people
It's
agree
a
with you,
free
Bruno. So
world.
I feel like most people agree with you though, which is especially being a student in a time like this.
Mhm.
The college. Well, when the pandemic first started, I was still a college student.
Mhm.
Then I decided to take a break because the whole online process did not really go all that great.
Yep. But still,
Like,
I know there will be people that will be against me, especially the ones that the kids get straight A's. Those are the ones that are going to be against me.
oh yeah, well,
But you know
they're
what?
just
It don't matter because it ain't a competition, and not everybody has the same possibilities. And I think that in this situation, if everybody was on equal playing field, everybody would be a lot better than what they did this year. And I feel that personally because I have my kids that did homeschool, and I personally don't think that they got the education that they needed for the year. So I think they shouldn't their college number shouldn't even reflect what happened this year. But that's
yeah.
my opinion, and I love my kids, and my kids are very smart. They've very good grades, but regardless of the grades that they got this year, I think this year should be whitewashed.
Oh,
Simple.
100%.
I mean, it's. Or if you don't want to whitewash it, just don't let it affect their college, their college grade, their grade to go into college. That's it.
Yeah.
Think about that, Secretary of Education. Do something. Just do something.
Do better.
I'm gonna get backlash on this. Ooh.
Oh, you're not. You'll be fine, Bruno.
Oh, I know, and Dennis is gonna rip me. Don't
Dennis
ruin.
isn't.
Don't
Dennis.
don't
Dennis the
ruin it.
Menace.
Don't go
Dennis
after
the Menace,
the
my guy.
school. Let's not have no problems.
No, but even the teachers I know,
Yeah.
especially speaking to teachers and stuff like that, and
That's
they
another one.
100% agree.
Poor
Like,
teachers. They're working from home and they still have to work the same goddamn hours.
they have to work more hours of anything.
That sucks.
Like, I wanted to say, like, when schools were in person, teachers still spent like half of their time in their homes, like doing the curriculum,
Mm-hmm.
doing lesson planning, grading tests. They didn't do it on school time because they didn't have time to. They were teaching their classes, they were going out to
Probably.
lunch, or most of
Yep.
them were coaches after school. So a lot of their time was spent at home and they still get
Yep.
paid nothing. Meanwhile, people who play sports, for instance,
They're still getting their scholarships.
and people who are still getting scholarships and all that type of stuff, like,
The jocks are
Make
hating me
sense.
right now. It says this nerd has the
I
nerve.
mean, exactly. I mean, how well actually there I can say I want to say it's Joe Manganiello, Jox Machina. I don't know if you've ever heard of it, Bruno, because
Nope.
it's a Dungeons and Dragons thing.
Nope.
He did I want to say it was like a one shot, like a one time campaign thing with a whole bunch of bodybuilders. Actually, Big Show, funny enough, was in it.
Okay.
It was actually a really cool, a really fun, um, like it was like a 3 hour long video. It was a great video.
3 hours.
I want to say it
jocks?
was
Wow.
it was straight jocks. I want to say WWE. I want to say bodybuilders, male models.
Wow. Well, I
I
don't
wanna
consider
say.
those jocks. Those are Those are pros. Jocks are the
Well,
ones from school who think they're pros, but they're just school players. Oh my God. This is the assassination of my very short career. Uh,
I want to say assassination. You caused it upon yourself.
it is what it is.
It's all right.
So
I think my career's been as long as yours, but anyway.
So, like I said, like we were saying, keep your eyes out for what's going on, and if you are in the area, go check them out. Go check out E Legends. They're in Selden, Middle Country Road. They are open for anybody to go there. You can go there, spend your time. There's plenty of computers, plenty of stuff to do. They have, snacks if you want a snack and stuff like that. It's very comfortable.
They got snackies.
Yeah, I mean,
If they have
it's
Dino
worth it.
Nuggies, then I'll be happy.
No, they don't have that kind of snacks. They have chips and drinks. But then again, there's a lot of food in the area, so you don't.
Yeah, I was about to say you
Everything's
probably.
like
I wouldn't be surprised if you
10
could just bring
steps.
food in.
You can even order pizza to be delivered and stuff like that. Trust me.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say names because we are not sponsored by them, but there's damn good pizza out there.
No free
Nope.
brand
No free publicity
advertisement.
here.
Free publicity.
Um,
You want to get featured on the podcast? Sponsor us.
no, you don't have to sponsor, but say something. No, but yeah, don't. You.
No free brand
The
deals.
area is pretty good for that,
brand
so
deals?
it's
Sure. Let's go with
and it's pretty central. It's close to all highways, very close to the Long Island Expressways. Train, I wouldn't say that it's close, but there are train stations, the Long Island Railroad
Say
close
it's
by.
kind of close.
Yeah, you could always get a taxi or something. Or you Uber from the train station. It's probably cost you like $5, something like that. It's not. It's like I said. Even to get there is not. You're not gonna break the bank. But if you're gonna be going there from that far, I would be guessing you are going to an event. So yeah, keep your eyes open also for events that we're gonna do. They have their own events that they do normally also. So check them out on Instagram and Facebook. They normally post their events on those social medias. But yeah, besides that, like you guys saw in our last episode, we did have an interview with not a new company, but a company, Skulls. That went pretty well with us. So I mean, that was another good episode. I hope you guys watched it and you enjoyed it.
Watched it. If you haven't watched it, after you're done watching this,
Watch it.
go back to the previous one.
Yes.
Watch that. Definitely, I want to say that was a good hour and a half long. I want to say
Yes.
an hour and a half long, but it's definitely a lot of information.
Yes.
A lot of deep talk towards the end. I want to say towards the hour mark.
That's when it goes deep. From the hours where it goes deep.
But definitely a lot of great information to come out of that, and I hope to hear from Wes soon. In regards to. Honestly,
I've actually been in the talk.
We
We've been in the talk with him. Don't worry.
Okay.
We've been talking with him. He's actually going to be one of the guests on the panel.
Oh.
We actually
that's
got him to
fantastic.
be one of the guests, especially because they do have that. They do work with the Atlanta school district down there, so they have a view
Spoilers.
of esports and stuff like that. That's not a spoiler. I mean,
It's a spoiler.
yeah,
for the panel.
kind of.
Yes, it is.
Yes. That's a confirmed for the panel. But it's like I said, because they have, and he also is a little bit passionate and being an owner of a company. Like if you watch the
Also,
podcast,
him, if you watch the podcast, you know he's
Right.
also seen it a lot firsthand, so
Yes.
he knows exactly what's going on. We do talk about possible solutions depending on scenarios, stuff like that,
mm-hmm.
as well as content creators and how
That's what I
they
was gonna
pretty
say.
much drive this toxic
Mm-hmm.
community
Yep.
that us gamers
You want a spoiler?
continuously.
We did pop a couple of big names on that podcast that we grilled on that one. So if you want to hear us grill some big names out there with no pity, no shame in our game,
We
Go
might
watch
be
it.
no names, but we see the stuff that's going on, even in person,
mm-hmm.
in real life, as well as on the internet. Like, we can tell who watches who for the most part,
Mm-hmm.
or at least a general assumption that, oh, they watch this group of people or that group.
Yep. So yeah, watch that. You'll have a little bit of an inside view of what and it being that he is a CEO of a company that works with esports, not just college but pro teams. He has a very specific view in terms of the whole bullying and the whole toxicity in esports. So it's also a very interesting point of view that rolls into the mental health and esports theme that we're going to be working on. But besides that, what else do we have to talk about, Nicholas? What do we have? Do you want to throw some E3 out there? Or you want to wait for the whole thing to come out before we talk about it?
I figured we'd wait for the whole thing to come out. I don't know what came out today so far when it comes to that.
I haven't paid too much. I tell you the truth, and I'm hating myself for that. But this is the first
I've
year I
been
haven't
paying-
followed it.
I've been paying a little bit of attention.
I
I've been just
haven't
hearing
paid
here and
none.
there.
None. The only things I know about were things that I already knew before E3. That's it. And
Yeah.
not just spoilers, but everybody probably seen it. They talked about the release of Battlefield 2044, and
Everyone's heard about it.
yeah, they were talking.
People raving about it and then criticizing it.
Yeah, they were
Like,
talking about for all of you out there that are Diablo fans, the whole thing of the release. They already have a date for. Supposedly, I think they were talking about they were going to come out with the release date for when the actual full game is going to come out for the Diablo 2, the remake, because right now it's just in a beta. I think there was something about Call of Duty, but yeah, that'll be another podcast that we will do together. So be watching for that. That will probably be our next podcast right after this one. Um, we'll
sounds about right.
comment a little bit on what's going on, how it happened at E3, games that were spoken about.
As well as games that we're excited for and or want to criticize.
Yeah, yes.
Mainly criticize.
Uh, 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 and not just games, but also companies that came out with
companies.
a lot of new releases from a lot of computer companies. I know Razer had a full day of releases.
Damn.
They had a lot. I mean, Razer hasn't actually come out with a full revamp of all their stuff, and I know they revamped all their laptops and stuff like that. So there's a couple of interesting, but yeah, we're gonna wait for E3 to actually finish to be able to come out with everything. So look forward to that after this podcast comes out. But besides that, I don't know if there's anything else as of right now that we can talk about.
Not that I know of. No, I mean, I think we pretty much covered everything about E-Legends Gaming Cafe.
Yes, and a
as
little
well
bit more.
a little bit more insight into the membership, as well as the panel, as well as future projects.
Yes.
And then give a little hint towards the next podcast.
Yeah, and we also
I
have.
think that's.
We also have two other podcasts that we're in the process of doing with two
yes, we did
members.
talk about
We
this.
have Ant Bell, which we are going to do a podcast with him. He is a member. He is a streamer on Facebook. So that will be. I would be guessing after the E3 or between this one and E3.
I would
It's
say after E3.
right, and then we also have another member that
Officer
actually.
Black.
Yes, Officer Black, he is an actual officer, law enforcement. Yes, so please be careful. Don't criticize him. He will lock you up. But yeah, he's another one that we're going to be doing a podcast. He should be after Ant Bell's podcast. And as we start getting members, we will be giving them the possibility to have their own podcast. So as they come out and as we get names. We will be letting you know what's going on with that. But besides that, I think it is a wrap for today. Anything else, Nicholas?
Oh, I think that's pretty much it. I think everything was pretty well said on your end, Bruno.
My end, her end, everybody's end. You want to put your social medias out there again? Just make sure everybody follows you. For
Just
anybody
so
new.
everybody knows where I am. I stream on Twitch. I haven't been streaming more recently because I've been busy working and unpacking and all that type of stuff and moving, but I will eventually start streaming once again on twitch.tv/NicoChan Gaming. I also post on YouTube at NicoChan Gaming. I post on my Instagram at NicoChan Gaming 1112, and I do have a TikTok as well at NicoChan Gaming.
TikTok.
Yeah, I know.
That's not my. That's not my.
Honestly,
my
though,
specialty,
my
yes.
edits on there are pretty good. They're pretty good on there. I did actually make an edit that I know Dennis really liked.
Mm.
It was with one of the challenges that not introduced, but showed off some of the pictures that we took during a photo shoot that we did.
Oh, I
not too
gotcha.
long
I
ago.
gotcha. Yeah. I'm too
Yeah.
old for TikTok. I'm sorry. I'm what these young kids call a boomer. TikTok's not for me.
You're not that much older, Bruno.
I'm not. I just don't have the patience for TikTok. It's just
I barely have the patience for TikTok.
Facebook and
I only have it pretty much to really promote myself. That's really it.
Facebook and Twitch and trying to get it and Twitter and trying to get into YouTube. That's it. But on my side, if you guys want to find me, You can find all my social medias on my Twitch. Makes it a little easier because my social medias are all over the place in terms of name. But just find me on twitch.tv/hood_1983. On my profile, you'll find all of my social medias. Also, you can follow the Long Island Gaming League. Go to our webpage. You can check out memberships and all the social medias. We also have a Twitch, which, if I'm not mistaken, is the Long Island Gaming League. Twitch.tv/blah blah blah. And basically on all other social medias, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, it's the Long Island Gaming League. Not hard to find us. I mean, you see that little symbol on the bottom of the screen. You see that symbol? You know it's us.
Little bottom right.
Yeah.
Except for the people that listen on like Spotify, then they have no idea what we're talking about.
But on Spotify, on Anchor for sure. I know on our profile has our picture. But if you go to our webpage, everything should be there to connect you. Or if you go to Twitch, same thing. We appreciate you guys coming around for another session. We hope you see you guys soon again. This is Bruno and Nico from the Long Island Gaming League podcast signing out. Take it easy. Keep on grinding. Keep on playing. Take care of yourselves. Take it easy.